Welcome, guys. Let's see. Hi Hamza, hi Sama, hi Patrick, hi James, Amir, Amy, Fuji, lordsmobile, free to play. So we haven't upgraded these artifacts in a while. Last time we did it, he was a 420. And he's not 426 because after getting the new feather, created this, and we also finally got this one. Oh, fully blessed, which now gives us the full artifact set. It's very good, very good. Now we have, I think, all of these except for training speed. Have to bless the more important one first. Yeah, it's looking a bit better, right? A lot of these are from the artifact challenges, and like these, there's just no point yet. They'll come in handy later, but not right now. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna open up 250, so we leave some behind for the daily deals. I think on this one we're gonna need just books and brushes. Because I don't think we need. I think there's only one. So at 16k we got all of the three. Which is good, and we're only missing this one, which I think this is from. Yeah, this one. So in 30 days we might have a chance to unlock it. Good, Amy. The, opening up before seeing what the back gains we're gonna get. May not have the highest stars like some other leads, but a lot of them are made up in the levels. After seeing how many brushes Ninja's account has, this is almost like scary. You almost want like more books than brushes. Like, see, that's much better. This is not good. These are the ones that we want. We're at 200k. How are you guys doing? How are you on this wonderful day? I guess right now a lot of Americans will be working, right? which is cool. I think most of you are going to be European. Not much. We're getting ready to, I guess, make Baron plans, and I guess I'm gonna be getting people to do their fit to guild theft. Oh, where's the guild theft? Yeah, this board. Ooh, actually, I want this one. Oh, but wait, I have a quest. Well, into that one. Max here from FF. Do nice account. Already level 24 for 4 days to go. Yeah, we have some strict rules. I think make people do. Still have a few people to finish up and whatnot, but usually a lot of people score above 2K. Just some of the higher scoring ones take time because of the 375K. Hello, Rich. Thanks for subscribing, James. Okay, back to the artifacts. Too keen on too many brushes, but these are the ones we want. Although we want more of these. These was 39K. Let's go down, I think. Maybe 5 more. Drop it down to 25K. Alright, what did that get us? Can we enhance anything? The 10% defense, right? Wait, is there 4 of them? Let's upgrade these. That's a big boost, especially for wonders. This one. Miss any attack. I'll defend. Yeah. Power 2. Plus these. Oh, you don't gain that much. $16 HP, so that actually gives you more. Looks like we're upgrading purples. These are 10. You know what? We just max out all the golds that we can. One. To 500. They just give you like nothing. My opinion of the hacker. The bot was very game breaking. Whether IGG is gonna do something about it, I don't know. They released a statement there earlier that they're gonna be putting stronger actions on accounts who are found to be using such services. Whether or not that's gonna happen, it's another story though. A lot of the times when that sort of thing comes through, you'll still see the LH have their ream bots feeding in like they've never been afflicted or anything like that. Kind of suckish, but that's the way that it's always been. But them banning them for... How long did they ban them for? 3 days? 2 days? Something like that. Right? 2 days? I mean... the step in the right direction. But it's still... you know, a lot of work to be improved. Whether or not that's gonna happen, I mean, it's entirely up to IGG. This is 10. These are 10. We have 1.5. Yeah, I've been banned longer for saying mean words. Wait, did you get chat banned? Always always rare to see IGG actually chat banning people. I know they banned the guild rally spammers. I've never seen them actually go too crazy on it because a lot of those alts are like free to play alts. They just don't touch them. This is so far. So I get out of how much is it? 14? 14 gives me 20. Let's say 2 of these. 28 would be 1.6. So better. Got banned 10 to ban you off the game. Usually only happens in small digging. Really? I would have never thought they were banning people from that. Considering how many more other offenses, I mean, you can technically make. That's 2.2. That might be the better one. Hello from Russia. Hello, hello. Welcome. Hopefully, things in your area aren't too bad. Level 5s. And looks like all the attacks are used up. Alright, so then that means we go back down here. Hello from Iraq. How's the weather down there? Training speed. Do we upgrade the training speed? How many stars have we got now? I feel like we didn't do it much. 435. Oof. Why didn't you win title of Emperor? Title of Emperor is only one from winning Emperor. And the amount of accounts and alliances that LH has during Emperor, you just can't compete. Especially since they just got another account added to their arsenal. I believe the YPM account. Now theirs. And Lunar Archie sold. So that's another one that's gone. Silencer sold. So again, that's another one gone. What else am I missing? I think that might have been it. Still hot, I bet. Get some training speed for all the troopers. Should be it for now. Not bad, 55 less, 435, 694. We're an average lead now. So if I were to I always hear this guy earlier. Oh, not bad, not bad. Just Fury. Not fully informed, so the HP is not going to be the same. We're sitting at 46, 728, 846. Gain the 5% here. That's pretty good. We're missing inf attack, naturally. Pretty much even, cap's a little bit heavier. Mirrors. Okay, so basically these attacks that get boosted on these when you're in Wonders. So if I have 946, it's 100. Oh, right, I forgot about the sigils. We got 180, 80. It's pretty balanced. Curious how much off. Okay, so army attack. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, but then you can succeed it. Not tricky. Alright, so I guess we'll just do it this way. So 18 mil is the max. Well, not max, but a lot heavier artifacts. So we'll do army. Army should be 555, 555. Infantry's 153. 88. Wow. We have like 70% to go. In attack. Cav 104 to 153. Ooh. So it's 50 right there. Range 99 to 139. Again, that's not too bad. Right? Kind of depressing. It's actually a lot of stats. A lot more than I thought. Wait, the defense, right? So defense wide, 80, 78, 64, 48, 43, 40. Okay, so again, that's a good amount of stats, 40%. HP 41, 42, 25, 100, basically even across the board on the 100. But like 100% overall HP. Wow. It's a lot more than I thought. Thanks for subscribing, Rodrigo, and Edu, and Zeron. Zeron? Would it be Zeron? A 100 HP. Wow. I did not think the stats were this far off, but they're very different. So here we have with leader 50s on Woodies, 54, and it is 58, 58. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. I mean, you're still missing good 10% probably, but I mean that's a bit better than 100% difference what the other one was. Okay, so now here we go. The higher stats has 66 and 43 defense. So that's 20%, so 60% difference. Wow. Okay. HP 30, 30, 30 on Woodies, and this one has 40. Okay, that's not too bad. 12, 11, and 12. So 36%. Huh? We have Battle Fury. So we have 34, 34, 33 versus 39, 36. Yeah, that's close. Close. Defense 193, 90, 50. Okay, so that's, wow. I think this account's like overall defense, probably like 400% difference. HP, so on Woody's it's 42, 45, 44 versus 60, 60, 57. I mean, again, you pay attention to this, right? And this is, I mean, 20, 15, let's say just another 15. I mean, that's a 50% just on the battle fury part alone. Oh, the wonder's gonna be huge. Because he has, has them all maxed out. Which then means 10, 12, 10, 15, 12? HP is not too bad. Not bad, right? But when you actually put the singular numbers against each other, they're very different. But I mean, you're comparing this, which has a lot of 12, basically everything max, except for this one, right? Heartbreaking, but 10 metal. The one with Woody's account is the one with 64 mil gems. Is he up here? This is how Woody's artifacts look. And then you have Ninja's artifact. And the other part is that, look at these. I mean, these still have a good way to boost stats. Considering, like, here's attack, like 80 bucks. Instead of waiting for 160 gold books to gain, I mean, good amount of stats, but I think these probably give the most. No, there's a couple that are 32s. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Or is that only the Wonder one? I think it might be the Wonder one. The 24. The 24 is the better one. These gave 32. Big. I think it's only the one. Every account is shame. Well, I mean, if you pay attention to the artifacts, right? This has 40,000 times open. This one has only 17,000. That's a big difference. It's like half. But that makes a... Okay, so if we put this like the... What is the Red Magic Pros gaming phone? It still hasn't been delivered by IGG. I don't think I'll keep it. simply on the fact that I don't need a phone. I already have 2. Probably 4, but I don't think I need that. Also an iPad. So I don't think I don't know. I don't find it convenient on the phone to play Lords, especially when you do an event. Because if you look at what's coming up, right, Baron, it's a 4-hour event. So 4 hours on your phone, not as comfortable. Stream choose any single piece of armor with Astra. Because you have tons of energy. I mean, we could try something like that. I did sort of try it, but it almost feels like a waste to hit the Astra monsters. I'm doing the Bon Appetit. Right, let's say we take a cup. Right. It's gonna be a long grind. $480? Oh, so the monster Astra does trigger the sale of Astrolite. Huh. Not crappy though. That's interesting. It still counts it as an upgrade. But see, what that means is that then you can make, like, let's say Snow Beast gloves. And oh no, they're 140. $320. But then that means you can get like those cheap. This guy. Yeah. But instead of using your actual Astrolite, you can get the monster Astrolite to trigger the store towards the actual Astrolite. Is it worth astrolighting stuff? I mean, it's the same concept as when Mythic Gear first came out, right? Do you waste your time, you know, upgrading these to Mythic if you're planning on getting champs? Then it's not worth it, right? Like this becomes obsolete even at full Astra, right? You get 60 attack and sword. I guess can't really do it from this angle, but I mean, this sword gets 115 attack. Would you say you need to trap properly? It depends who you're trapping, where you're trapping, and how many, like, what you're actually planning on trapping. Because, for example, this account currently has 42 million troops, right? And let's see, this guy rallied us during Chalice. Now, I didn't have lead, you can see it right there. And with a counter, you can still bounce it fairly comfortable. However, if you don't counter, a different scenario. This one happened at Emperor. Natty rallied. Again, no lead, right? That's why they chose to rally. And now it was a lot less troops, and I'll show you that all the T5 and T4 basically died during the Emperor solos, and a lot of it was mainly T2s. So this was a counter. Get a big player who sent you 1.5 mil gems. Not mean. Yeah, that's great. A lot of big players gift stuff. You know, it happens. Just cap six piece champ with 9 mil troops. Yeah, it's doable. You guys remember the Reen traps, right? When it used to have like 2 mil, was it 2 mil in front, and then I think like 750k like cap range T4 and 4 mil T2s of cap and range, or 5 mil. You can even rock 5 mil. And a lot of times with those columns, people used to cap, but now I don't think it works. But this is guy we zeroed earlier. He had resources. This was his original comp. Now, he was a monster gear, but he got first hit, and then we got second hit. He was in range wedge. It just always makes it this year much harder. You want me to rally your trap? Doesn't sound convenient for me. Why don't you rally me first, and then I'll rally you back. How's that sound? I'll even tell you which phalanx I'll sit, and then you do the same back. If you want me to sit in calf, I'll sit in calf, but then I might want you to sit in calf, you know? So I'll copy whichever phalanx you want me to do. Might's only 530. I mean, I've been capped by 530 mil might straps. And then also, did you guys see the news? Well, I think LD's gonna be slow for this, right? No, where's it? Check it. Upgraded measures against third-party programs. You know what this means? That when you try to speed up your troops in Baron, you're gonna get kicked out. That's what this means. The bots, they're gonna work just fine. But you, as a player, you're gonna have that error screen pop up a lot more often. The lordsmobile team is cracking down on recent violations. Or reset your timer. 309. What's wrong with it? Is it worth to buy jewel packs as a light No. And I'll tell you why. You can earn jewels. These guys. Eventually, if you have these lying around, collect them, and you'll see that sometimes when it's a gold one, you're somewhat beautifully. You'll get these through the like just gifts and hunting and blah 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 packs. But you'll see it's rarer, but you'll see jewels pop out of it. Now, if you're small, where you're like one scroll migration and you have, you know, scrolls to waste, which you should. I mean, if you're below 2 billion, you should have like at least 100. It depends how often you migrate, but you always have a nice stock of these. Doesn't matter what you're doing, doesn't matter your might. Make sure you always have a good amount of these. You can always just use them for this. So if you're healthy, like super healthy on your migration scrolls, and you get a lot of them, then just use them on this. Or the Guildfest quest, that too. I think Hell events. If you have like if you're pay to play, you'll find them in here, right? Like for example, this comes in handy. But you'll see here, look, you get 4. You rank 1. If you rank 2, you get 3. You get 2 if you rank 3. I think that might be it actually. I don't think the lower ones give you anything. A lot of times a good one to do for this is like building. Nobody ever wants to do building. Monster hunting. Yeah, the hell events for monsters. I think does the daily give you? But maybe if you place here. Although this is not really worth it. I mean, that's a whole like the daily gives you worse reward than the hell event. In my opinion. But if I'm not mistaken, I think you know from these ones or the after ones. You can't. Balance for mix. Back to farmer. You think I can grab a few solos from 11k heroes? Watch out, tell me each T2. For sure. 10 mil. I mean, that's a lot. It depends on your gear, but I think you have enough troops where you're gonna cap whatever you want, really. We do that. We can switch this. There we go. Now it doesn't feel like we're losing. Ooh. A lot of times you can just leave it doing this. If you just want the drops. Now, this is ineffective when it comes to a team environment because you could just hunt it and then your team gets the actual reward from it. But you're just trying to farm like the Astrolite or even resources and speed ups. I think the Astrolites give you a better one. If you want gems, you just go to a normal one. Sit there doing this. See? No food every time. However, I know that it's always a struggle. See? I feel like IG should have a, you know how you can merge your jewels and stuff? You should be able to merge your resources. See? Going to waste. But it's hard to maintain these. It's a very big pain. Really recommend it. Can't use dealers. Annoying to save resources to trade people for speed. Oof. You're basically competing with I pay this a lot. Yeah. This is what you're competing with. Automatic accounts that go and farm. But yeah, so this Oracle and it's just a slow grind. I don't know if it shows up. You know, it's he's just taking it slow by roll. Not interested in Baron anymore. But however, Ninja is interested in Barons. He's missing these two, but he does have Oracle, and he does have Shield Maiden. I think give you, yeah, it's a passive stat. Realistically, if you're free to play, a lot of the times it's just not a very achievable game. I'm willing to test your solo trap. I mean, how big is your solo trap? Is it below 100 mil, 200 mil, or is it a rally trap? And do I get my lead back? I got hell events to finish, you know. Silencer is retired, same as Ice Cool. Yeah, a lot of times if you're free to play, you won't achieve much, because even if you look at this, right? So I've hit this monster a couple times. Let's say you managed to get these from hunt buses. If you're trying to temper this, 180. Like, I do get that it's free, but that's huge. And this number just gets exponentially bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Because if you look at, I think this one, right? These are level 3. So level 3 costs 320. 6 to 7 is 680. So basically double that. Second group, KW got no strongly. Are you talking about KW2 or are you talking about us? Because the KW3, the one with Townsend, that's group 1. And the one here, this one, this is group 2. But the Asura seems somewhat better manageable, I guess. And it'll speed up your gathering. Yeah, so group 1 is the KW3 GNK, and the KW2, KW7 is group 2. Is CA you consider KW? They started rolling with us. We're good friends. I don't know if it's... I don't think they brand themselves as KW. Same way that we're technically not KW, but we are KW. Like, we didn't change our name, right? We're still CU. For fun, we put LH on the board. But yeah, this is pretty much the short bus guild is what we call it sometimes, because a lot of the times you'll, for example, let's say you're rallying this, right? And you'll ask people to speed their troops. You'll have someone from like 30 minutes away send their thing and then not speed. And even if you say please speed or don't join if you can't speed, they'll still do that. It's very a lot of them don't listen. And then in Dragon Arena, it's very frustrating because let's say you have 6 forts, right? Or the multiple forts. And there's nothing here. Like, nothing exists here. So you ask them port to one of the forts so you can quickly reinforce your teammate. And they'll still port right here. Doesn't matter what you say. High school and Solid Quit, they were mean leads for that group. They were. I think Silencer's account got bought out so someone could make a profit out of it. And the YPM account also got bought by LH. So that's the One Piece sword. And they have GBHD account. Technically it's not LH, but that account's very like used up. And I think a lot of times nobody wants to buy a 17 bill account that you can't migrate. And when you buy it, you have to invest, right? I mean, it's lacking some afterlife, yada yada, but that you only guild. No, it's a lot of guilds have the same. I don't know, but yeah, you'll say port here, or don't port here, and they'll all port here. If you tell them don't buy resources because we're migrating, they'll go and buy resources. It's very IPA. Here to play Dragon Arena. Fight the gear. Free to play gear? Wait a minute, you guys are tricking me. This isn't check your gear Sunday. Woody is the OG account from CU. Yeah, I thought it was here. Oh wait, no, I moved it, right? So this account used to look like this. This is how the gear used to be. And then it got built, right? Ended up with the champ boots. Ended up with the helms. The other calf sword. And little by little, then you ended up with the face. Who's noob still? And then the artifact or the Astrolite update ruined my goal of double boot. Because you have speed boots, right? Which great for sigil reinforcement, and then you have your warp boots. You try with the game free win boots to donate 50. The thing is that I can always help speed, right? Problem is, because these keep capping out. So I can sit there and speed people, but then if I'm speeding people, I can't like fill for people. And if I can't fill people, sometimes I can't lead for people. So it's very I guess it's like an unbalance. Of the extraordinary chest, but they never give anything good. Feels pretty good course. Carpet, kind of heart picking. Corso, yeah, Corso still are oh, here, right? Yeah, there he is. The Hispanic lead. How many of these do we have? We have 24, right? How much energy do we have? 15, 29, 30, 36. Pick up my fraudulent. Was it cheaper back then or not? It depends. If you're starting from scratch, not really. If you're starting way back then, I guess technically not really, because you spent basically from the start up. But when you look at what it is now, right? Back then, I had Rising Champ, right? And that Rising Champ started with boots that you had to make. That used to, I think, full champs used to be like 100k. Back when this first came out, and the stats would only go up to here. And they introduced Mythic. Now you need this. Right, so it basically doubled what you needed for gear. So you essentially doubled the champ packs that you had to buy, and then you had to buy the Ember pack. Right? You had to buy this, which again, something you don't need, but still needed to get because you needed to upgrade. So again, another expense. Then the other thing that they also introduced a very long time ago was castle skin. And it started off with some basic ones, and same as artifacts, it kept up adding. And essentially this is, the most expensive skin because of the debuff. Which then again, a lot of accounts when this first came out were hard to find to be max stars. And these a lot of people are trying to buy the max stars because the star pack that was cheap came out and then it didn't come out. And then they introduced Astrolite, right? So now you have to buy this, which was it close to $70,000, without pack loader for one set of champs. So it would be around 180k for full Astra set. Then they introduced better packs. That was after the 90,000 tomes research, which was this one. And then you ended up adding familiars and artifacts, which just another. If you had the choice, would you rather play low or high might? Personally, I like low might get rallied. My main interest nowadays is just with events. They can still be fun, however, I do think that LH is ruining them. To them, it's a business, and they're succeeding in their business, so I can't really argue in that sense. But when you, I guess, play wonders and all that stuff, that can be the more entertaining. Because when you zero a castle, right? If it's offline, then you're just gonna counter whatever his front is. If it's online, then it's just gonna counter you. It makes how do you word it? They're very boring sometimes, I guess. Am I afraid of Raid Phoenix, fam? Yeah. Who wouldn't be afraid of Phoenix, fam? Have you seen how many they got? This. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 14 that is listed on this board. Right? I swear we're like one of the smallest groups. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then us, 5. Look forward to the 40% T5 rallies. See, I wonder if... No, wait. RPF doesn't have 3 leads. Because SGB's there, right? They have Algid, right? That's one. Wait, what other guilds was there? I forgot already. PWK, right? Right here. Second. Wonder lead. BK4G. So Kraken, Algid, Ian, X. Who's NWA? And Wonderlina Show Prince. Hell yeah, he leads at Emperor. Didn't you see it? Who's? Oh wait, RFR. Are they still alive? Lotus to Rally? No. Okay. Wait, who's EMD? Why is this on the board? It's a bus? Wait, there's more in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. X13? Wait, AL has a strong lead, didn't they? K4G. Okay, so K4G. Big text. Is this the old Kraken account? Like the L Kraken? Oh, okay. So it is the. I thought it looked. I was surprised where it came from. I mean, that's a pretty thick account. Wait, they have 656. Who's the other one? NWA? Here. Tata? Oh, look, Tata's upgrading. Isn't Tata in like RA or something? Doesn't this guy have gear? You know, they have a decent amount of athletes, I think. But they're not, you know, or like heavily war contact. They haven't migrated with them. Anyone else in K1? Really? Wait, is K4G not in K1? K1. That's two pretty strong Astro accounts. Did he upgrade? And here I thought we were strong. This is what we got. Oh, where's it? This is our rally lead. Wait, I got the best one. It's our strongest group. Yeah, this one. Oh no, there's Jonas. Wait, is he capped? bad. That's not bad. It's upgrading. Got a long way to go though. And then we still have, yeah, we got KW7. Got big boy Finark. We only have one 600 account, and that's Ninja with no Barons. Finark, I think, has 10. Yeah, land's not above 500 either. LG got 12 Astra on all his sets. Mail your gear check and you. Hell yeah. Oh. Pretty good though. Is upgrading all the too. But yeah, but you guys gotta get Vero now. That's the big PP lead. He just has no Baron. Yeah, because all 3 boots are done. All 3 chests are done. 3 helms are done. 3 offense done. Main hand just missing this one. The X Killer doll. Isn't that one still for sale? I think that's the GW one, right? Wait, no, that's yeah, right here. That's the old killer doll. That's a stronger group. You know who I was actually surprised about? Is this one? This group actually has a lot more Astrolites than I would have thought. $41. Wait, isn't she from SGK? What's that? GKD? Alright guys, got distracted. Yeah, 1RP has a big lead too. Right? Roku. Well, he's slowly upgrading too. Basil push Astra. Yeah, Basil's the one that confuses me because I thought he was selling in free to play, but now he's, I think, full Astra cap set, and then artifacts are going up too. It's very unlikely. I was slightly confused. Are DA jewels worth it? I mean, I guess for blast sets, right? Instead of using the 10%. Let's say the DA jewels are 15%. These are only 10%. So you would treat it like a Baron jewel, almost. Place this guy. You got to push demon or ninja. I guess you'll have to wait and find out. Might push our third lead. Here. If you mail this account, you'll get responded with about 10 emotes. Like 10 emoji, like it'll end up like this. You know, this way. The emotes. Strongest single guild without fams in the game in your eyes. Probably I'm gonna have to say SSQ, based on how they've played throughout like the years, the years since they started. Simply because they have more consolidated leads into one, and so they're able to have more leads, right? If you have leads, you have T5, because every lead has T5, right? If you're searing a target, that's much more bunnies. They have pretty thick accounts. I would say they're one of the strongest, I think, because when you look at the Chinese, a lot of them rely on rented fillers, and when you look at the other English ones, they're usually, you know, less than 5 strong leads type thing. That'd be, I guess, my opinion on that. And I think their T5 count carried them a long way. But I don't know. They probably are still strong T5. What do you think about the IGG announcement? I briefly mentioned it earlier, right? All this is gonna do is just give you more errors. Where is it? Yeah, this one. Create measures against third party. This is literally just when you're trying to speed or attack, it's just gonna give you an extra error. But the bots are still gonna work just fine, especially if they're LH bots. I don't think. I do see the 22 days, 44 days, 66 days. But the thing is, most of this, how it says the accounts being banned from the Royal Battlefield. You see how it says that? You're only banned from the Royal Battlefield. You're not banned from actually playing. And it's 22 days. So Baron happens every, I think, 21 days, right? So Royal Battleground. So that's every 3 weeks will be 21 days, and then Emperor's every 6 weeks. So that would be 44, 42. But they're offset. So they're not banning you, they're just banning you from joining Baron for 22 days. So you see how Bigley has these, right? She can cycle them if they do get banned, but they won't. And I think there's also a don't touch. So these are all her Reenbot alts. And then I think this one? No touch. Second call. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, I can't remember what it was. They maybe show up in the ranking. Yeah, we player fillers, right? Let's see fillers. They changed the name. Big Dog King. Yeah, so basically, right? If those accounts, let's say, right, Bigley's alts are in, where is it? They do get banned, right? They're banned for 22 days. She can either sell them, which you know she has the funds for, and buy new ones, or get another set, get those banned, and start cycling them. And you know, bans every 21 days. So even if you do get the ban, I'm sure she probably won't. But I mean, it's not very. I don't think this means anything, to be honest. Have you thought about accepting more guilds into your buddy family? We thought about it, and we were looking at some, but it's hard to find a fit, right? Because we sort of travel together and travel separate sometimes, and getting along too is another one, and yada 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 yada. But personally, on this, I think the only difference it's gonna make is that you're just gonna get a pop-up error showing that you know you're. Is it? Probably show you, right? Probably just be this one. Oh, it did it. Let's see. If I attack. So it's doing it now. What if I'm in the wonder? quick enough? Is this madness? It's a speed up. It's working right now. Probably because I'm not in the battlefield or something. That makes a difference. You're right away. After where are we at now? So you know what? You can grind these away reasonably, but yeah, that's a lot of energy, I think. Not too bad. But if you're free to play, you're not gonna have this much energy. It's like a free to play update without being free to play. Do I think LH will ever die? It's hard to say, but you're starting to see things happen where B2W and LH4 are attacking WOG. Right? So B2W hit this group. Now, this group is part of AM. This group claims are not LH. This group also claims to not be LH. But I don't really understand it. It doesn't make sense. Unless they're their own family. I mean, you're still supporting one side, right? So you're not really... B2W hit KDA also. See, that's very weird, right? Because I don't think Lubai's group is going to do something to jeopardize Lubai's Emperor attempt when it comes to the boots, for example. Oh no, he has the boots, the chest. Because the next one is boots. So that means Maddie's coming up. Right? So Maddie's going to finish his set. And then AM's gonna get his second piece. And then for chest, AM's gonna get a chest. And Lubai's gonna get a chest. Then helmet, it's gonna be AM plus whoever, maybe this guy, unless you just only give him third. Or wait, no, they had the Groff dude, right? Or the GIF. Maybe him. Then you have any nice updates? Yeah, there was I mean, we look like an average lead now. Where is it? See, we look average. Nana 2008 insane spinner. Yeah. But that's another like pilot, right? Nana, the actual owner, doesn't actually play. KD Nana? Yeah. He came there, and then I think color. Did it sold? At 7? Wait a minute. Did SF merge with LH7? She's in CYB? Where is she? I thought she was LH5 last time I saw it. Wait, CYB like all lowercase? Not it. What happened to that CYB guild that used to roll around? That was Asian or Chinese. Maybe Colorful Girl sold. Yeah, I don't know where that one went. Change name, something like Z. Okay, well, see if we can spot it. So if we go to CYB, wait, who's CYB with? DP. She can't be in this one. Maybe LIG. They merged? See something. See something. You gotta make me look through everyone. Ear check Sunday on CYB. Yeah, she was helping LH5, I think. Gaussy for sale. Yeah. Gaussy also updated his artifacts. What's this guild? Give. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I believe it. There should be. What about? Did Bigly? Bigly at? Wait. What about Maddie? Maddie said 651, so he's missing some. 656. 60. SGR on VMA. Is he? Wait. Isn't that another like 600 Astra? Or MDA? Oh, he is for sale, huh? Toilet paper. Trailer park, Netflix and chill. Yeah, I guess maybe he's parked his account there, or he's maybe buying resources. Yeah, that's another strong group, right? Is the KD1 group. That one has, I think, a lot of that's the SGR group now, right? Yeah, because they have Ace. I think he's got the highest. I think that's another lead. Yeah. Wasn't OCR in here? That's not the actual OCR. Yeah, I thought they had more. Zero's an EW. Was part of this group too, right? Again, LH fam. Yeah, okay, so he's there. Yeah, UNA 31. Luber EG. Hey, is Luber in here? Isn't this part of the SGR group? Oh, see? So we can type in one sentence pretty much every group that's not LH. You fought against the LH group. So you pulled an XIX, I guess. I'm very confused at the new politics. Right? Like you got LH4 attacking AM's group. DW gets attacked by LH if they try to do anything at Emperor. SGR, I guess, is fighting DWQ, but SGR supports Bigly. Bigly supports Lubai. JVT. Wait, Sing Sing's old, right? Probably bored. Well, a lot of it's money thing, right? I think the SGR Baron that they fought with DWQ demanded the payment. Because like I said, they treat it like a business. So whoever really is the highest bidder. Which I'm against, right? I'm against sponsoring the whole event because it's defeating the whole purpose of the event, right? You're supposed to have people that are willing to help you in a way. You can help them out to help you, but to sort of pay for the whole event sort of seems kind of, I mean, I guess it is a pay to win game, but yeah, we went over that one. OP, I think, has a thick lead too, right? That one. This one. Yeah, more. They left Myth group, so I don't know what they do now. I mean, why Baron Push have to pay for everything? Remember, also playing the game. I mean, right? It's the thing, right? Like LH wouldn't be able to win Emperor as easily as they relied on their own members to actually push for things, right? Because they don't have the T5 count. So a lot of the people that are going there, and this is what I wonder why the population in Emperor and Baron has been a lot less. It's because, so instead of having, let's say you have a small group here and a small group there, instead of them rallying you, are they just getting paid to fill by the main group? So then you have less guilds show up. You still technically have the same amount of people grouped up in that Baron, but because they're being paid to fill for that group, is that why you have less competition? Essentially, you're buying out your competition, right? We don't pay to fill. Like, it's I personally don't support it. Like I understand supplying resources, but beyond that, it's just sort of unnecessary. I do understand a certain budget of the carpet, because sometimes not all groups have carpets, but at the same time, you know, um, it's it sort of balances itself out. I do understand that some groups pay for carpets so that in Baron you don't have to worry about someone saying, "Hey, we're out of carpets. Here's my rally coming," you know, and you're the rally that's supposed to knock him out, and you're watching this, right? So this essentially is time that group that the enemy is building up that could be stopped had they had carpets, right? It's I understand it in a concept, but when you start paying for their troops, you start paying for their Lunite, you're rewarding them. I understand the aspect of rewards, but when people are joining just because they're getting paid for it, I understand. Do what you want, make it the best outcome for you, right? Like you're playing the game and getting paid to play it. I get it, but that concept, it's what's ruining emperors, right? It's essentially costing so that the opposition just comes and fills you and get paid, not um, having to fight against you, right? And it also makes people lazy. Like when you look at Myth Fam, right? It's a great example. When they're getting paid, they show up. When they're not, it's like a 10-20% attendance. And you could see it last Emperor too. It lures a new account, you farm B2, B3, 3 barons. It's cheaper just to pay the enemy. See, it is and it isn't, right? For example, a good example. The Baron that we fought last time we were paired up and we fought this group. This was their push, right? We won first and second, and third was won by El Kraken, right? He didn't place. He got, I think, fourth or fifth, but this was their push. He got stuck with over a $5,000 bill for that Baron. How does that make any sense as a group, right? That this guy didn't even place, and the guy that did place, I guess, did better, but kudos. But I mean, when you're spending 5-10 grand on a Baron, I mean, what's the point of all that, right? It's and you see it in performance in a lot of these guilds, because when you play with them day by day, you'll see their T5 count. Like typically LH is a guild that's usually full T5, right? But they're not full T5. This was Bigly's second hit. Right? This is typically higher. Now, in CU, our T5 count usually looks like this for Wonders, because we make it a rule 80% during Wonders and 60-40 for non-Wonders. But, do I have any more cool reports or anything? expired. Well, I guess can't really see it, but yeah, I think this was the Baron that we were fighting, and they had some strong leads. He's a strong lead, right? Yeah, it's a stronger lead. Paladin's pointless. The mobile games Bungie rules. It does rule, but there comes a point where, you know, if you're fighting someone that has an unlimited wallet, no one else is really gonna want to fight the unlimited wallet, and that's why you end up with turnout that Emperor literally looks like this. Right? I mean, that last Emperor looked smaller than, so I think the what was it? TWK, the RPF family was able to set 20 plus rally party in Baron. There was pretty much that same amount of rallies at Emperor, and towards the end there was only 4. If they introduce T6, the game will die, like even further. I think it'll just speed up the process. It's very weird, I guess you could say, right? I think Sparty's right. I don't think you're gonna change it until LH starts eating itself, right? You're starting to see issues starting to emerge, right? Where this group is starting to hit another group. This group, you know, fighting someone else. T4K has helped, you know, LH multiple times, but then I think the SGR group then fought them. Or was it SGR? No, the XIX group. Wolf clans are actually savages. The last emp they won. The name changing emp. That's the only one they won. Which was smart from their end, but they rely on 2 groups fighting, right? So if no one fights like they've been fighting, no one's gonna be able to steal it, as you saw with AM. Did you realize that people have enough of that never-ending spirit? Like, they ask me a lot of just how to improve the game. Well, you should tell them to improve the game is don't listen to LH, right? For example, this artifact, right? Line it up with Baron, so that it forces those Baron groups that have like 20 max leads to split up. Or you get a much slower grind at the artifacts. That's one of my suggestions. Right? Because you're not going to have those leads migrating out to a random one. I'd rather see a 300 million castle with 300% attack boost than to see like the BFP group with 10 other leads having 100% attack boost. I mean, it's very same happened with Myth when they were LH and started hitting BR. Myth, I think what fell down with Myth was the JBHD selfishness. That's why Soulmal left and ended up causing issues with Lubai, which then forced Lubai to leave. So it's pretty much worded power plays that don't get pushed the right way. And what's this? Research. And then I think, yeah, Myth is, I mean, slowly fading. I think that's heartbreaking if it is to say. I think they still have some strong groups, but I think they are what they used to be. So JDA disbanding. Telling to push me for Emperor, the game was better. I mean, I don't know if that's really gonna change much. Myth collab. Well, Myth didn't collab with LAF. They merged with LAF. But here's the dumb thing they do, right? Is here's all these guilds with a lot of reckless players that don't care for Shield. They recruit pretty much anyone and anyone. They don't have any type of security. And the amount of spies that have been in each one of these guilds has been ridiculous. And they just keep letting them in. Even when they name matches, right? So the name matches someone from LH, they won't even question it. They'll have someone in the same kingdom apply, they'll accept it. And they end up with spies, which end up with problems. And then they end up getting zeroed. Their good members get zeroed. Their members quit because they got zeroed. Which then they end up with less fillers. And the other thing that happens is they get fat. They can't migrate. So what that does is it forces them to sit. The only places that are cheap for them to migrate is main LH. Main LH got all the spies on them. What does that happen? You just get zeroed. And pretty much this group just gets farmed by LH. So if this group keeps essentially making it fun for LH, right? LH is not gonna disband because free kills. Again, free wins, free kills. It's just not. Myth hasn't been the same ever since JVHD went out on a trip and didn't want to come back to the game. JDA has their lead that's selling. So Lunar is selling or sold. So I don't know if someone's going to replace it, but more than likely, right? Like he's a very good lead, but if he's not around, I don't know who's going to pick up the pieces for them. We're saying forever, no one listens. Make guild alliances built to the game. Make free to play stat boosts for battle that give you played. I think guild booster. What? Yeah, great. Free to play with pay to play and force them to be allies. What do you mean? You want to like put free to play people in a pay to play guild? That's not gonna work. Well, that's my competent guild I've ever been a kingdom with. Yeah, I would say so. I saw, I think, on this one. Yeah. Here. Right? So, 15 seconds. A friendly hits you. And then the other friendly hits you. Right? This is the type of moves that they be making. And then wonder why they don't win events. It's baffling sometimes. I mean, again, friendly fire. I think Gaussy Blackwing. Right. Again, if Myth not getting funded, they're not having the T5. And that's a big problem. When you don't have T5, you're gonna get ruined. LH is a new sugar. Not well in the terms of sponsorship, maybe, but not really, because sugar never had a dominance. It just had maxed out accounts. That's it. But dominance wise, I don't think so. There's more trapping videos out there. The trapping video is a lot easier because of the shield bot, right? The one that Oleg was complaining about because he was getting beat to them, the targets. It's not necessarily bad, but the thing is, defending has always been a better budget compared to rally leading. So keep that in mind, I guess. Step 1, allow public multi-guildings to be linked in game step to create a secondary for battle that might restrict inside the page play event, but only low might guilds can join. See, that's not gonna work, because when you look at low mites, you can have leads like this, right? That would just dominate the whole event. I mean, 1.2 bill, 600 artifacts. You can migrate anywhere and dominate whatever WoW, because no other account at this might can compete with us. Now he did boost a lot of his kills, I don't know why, but maybe he wanted to be on top. But that's why that's not gonna work. Roll Tide got kicked from your guild. Well, he's in Myth, and like I said, Myth doesn't have the highest recruiting standards or procedures. But I firmly believe that the leadership in Myth, half of it is owned by LH. Because some of the decisions that get made and how quickly information gets found out, it's very concerning when you do anything with that group. You could say we're having a rally party in 1 hour right here, and LH will be waiting right here. When the low might guild gains a port with a boost a larger guild for the main battle. Oh, you want like, I get what you're saying, but again, that's gonna end up turning into how that one emperor, where they put every single LH put every single emp account in one guild, and each of them had a 600% fort boost, where when you rallied Maddie and base, you couldn't do anything about it. People enjoy more trap videos than rally videos. Simple, because trap can be done well. It is. A lot of time people just want to see a name get capped because they dislike. What has happened? And for Ford and Olympics Alliance, it'll be interesting. I think it would, but I don't think they're gonna break it. It's too business, right? They're protecting their investment. Didn't SF had an 8 Baron max low might lead? Yep. There's been a lot of guilds that have had a low might leads, and you'll see during WoWs a lot of times low mites will migrate around doing WoWs, and they'll go and help, for example, a smaller guild. Like they'll join ACT to fight because they don't have a max lead, so they'll go and fight because they don't like, let's say, the CU group or just random stuff like that. You'll see it a lot. I mean, because right now imagine having the 111 guy max and everyone else in the mid tier. I can tell you that next Rallyway Emperor, to get Matty out, you're gonna need 2 or 3 rallies, especially if he's running full T5 with 100% attack boost like he did before, and it's gonna hurt. It's you're gonna see him, and I think AM is a nice one you can farm, but I think that's about it. I love seeing the underdog win. I mean, to a point, trapping's not really an underdog. Simply because any troop comp will cap even if countered, right? So I think this comp can cap pretty much any single rally. It can cap 2 rallies without gear. It can cap probably 4 rallies without gear but countering phalanxes. And if monster gear in, let's say, range wedge, this can probably take 6 to 8 rallies if their enemy has strong leads to counter it or to burn it. So it's depending, I guess, on what kingdom you're in and how much you're worried, but personally I don't like having a high might. DK silencer bought by LH. No, I think silencer got bought by the guy that bought the Wega account, which is, I think he's doing it for profit, like, because that account sold with 40 mil gem. So I think they're just doing it for profit. They're not doing it for actual thing. My opinion on SSQ. I don't know, they're a good guild. Pretty much one of the few non-LH affiliates. I think it's impossible for me to have a chance at Baron, let alone Amp. Strongly believe. Tears. Thing is that if you, the problem I'm seeing is groups are just getting too big, right? But you're getting into the situation where 4 barons are contested, 3 to 4 barons are contested, and then the rest is just easy, like no contest. And our group is rather one of the smaller groups that we have. I think KD1 is another small group, and there's one more small group, I think. Well, KW1 group. Aim is with Ace. Well, you should have a decent chance. You just can't win against certain matchups, right? Like the way we do our Baron analysis potential, right, is that there are certain groups that you just can't compete with. Pretty much any of these, right here, right? LH5, you get matched up here, pointless. This one, pointless. This one, you can win. We've won, but it's costly. So it's a budgeted thing. Are you willing to throw the money out for it, or do you have the odds to potentially succeed in a nicer way? Now, groups like the Phoenix fam have the numbers, right? Like, when you're running into this many guilds, it does make it tricky. Even though they can't fill by themselves, right? If you merge them by half, there's still a 7-way rally. So that's still pretty good odds when you have 7 rallies. Now, I don't understand. I personally do think that LH always has the beneficial matchup, because you'll never see them at a disadvantage, especially in Barons. I don't think I remember the last time I seen, Big Lee's group have like Myth and LAF and SSQ, and that was the matchup. I don't think it's been that way ever. But, you know, a couple Barons ago, we had Bigley's group and Lubai's group against our 4 guilds. Right? It's very unbalanced, I think, and whoever working at IGG is clearly not. I mean, we know they're handpicked, but they're not handpicked to an extent. I think the infringe coming up, right? Go. Only rally. Okay, so it is Rallyway. But yeah, this. Just be ready to. You're clicking too fast. That's all I'm seeing. It is very. The best way that we found to deal with LH is just don't show up. If they migrate in, you migrate out. They can't follow you at their size. And I mean, there's no need to fight 20 other guilds, right? Just handpick what you want to fight. And that's pretty much how we've been enjoying it. Although events have always been like the fun competition. So when it gets ruined and the fun gets taken away, it sort of puts you back into the boring zero castles mentality. And that's partly why a lot of people are quitting. Now, if we could go back to where everybody was champs non-Astra, it was much more enjoyable because someone with full champs was easy to get. As soon as you have full champs, you could be a Baron lead. Now you need full Astra, right? 40k. You need at least 400 artifacts. So that's gonna be another like 40k. So I mean, you're looking at potentially 100k investment just to be a Baron lead. Which back then, Rising Champ 10k and boom, you're in. So you essentially reduce your population by 10%. Or no, 90%. So you handpick now the 10% remaining. And that's why Emperor has like 20 leads to it. Because someone, you know, someone smaller like this before Astra or artifacts, I'm pretty sure he could lead a Baron easily. No, they're smaller. I think this guy. Yeah. So you can always tell these leads were very strong before the Astra and artifact, but you can tell that they're falling behind, right? Because the expenses now, right? This could have been a Baron lead. CZ was a strong account. Now it's just an average account. I don't know if it's gonna die. I think it's just cyclic, but the problem that's happening is because LH is too concluded and too dominant, you don't really have competition, which makes it seem like the game is dying. And when you have an account like a group that just pays for players to come fill you, those are players that could be fighting them, but instead are going in for the paycheck. So you have it basically against you, right? So realistically, you just have to enjoy the game the best you can and wait for the groups to start hitting each other like they're already starting. That's pretty much the only thing you can do. And someone with an equal wallet to Bigley and them to fight it. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's going. If not, the game will be dead in probably another year or two. But I mean, that's up to, I guess, depending on people whether they're interested or not. So anyways, We did get some artifacts. Still a long way to go. My opinion on gem selling. Nothing wrong with it. You're bargaining, same as resources. If you didn't have those gems or resources, you probably wouldn't have the fights or zeros that you do. So it's an ease of life game. It makes the game cheaper for you instead of having to buy the packs from IGG, right? If you had to buy, they have that pack out. Let's say you have a 50k budget, right? You can get a lot more than. I guess they don't have it out. No, they don't have it out. But think of this one, right? And if this is your only source of resources, you're not gonna fight. You're not gonna be fighting very long. Okay. 60 mil food. That's all you get. $5. So let's say you're trying to train. 20k gives you 13. So if let's say you join 200k in a rally and you lose 120k, right? Be 6 times this. That would be your $5 pack gone. So that means every rally, it's be what, $5 gone. Do I buy the pack for that account? No, this account has enough speed up that we kind of have to go through. I think we stopped buying that pack over a year ago. It's why bags aren't filling like they used to. But you still got bags. Yeah, so if let's say you make those 60 mil troops that you for $5, and yeah, I mean essentially you'll be going back to free to play, because if you don't have the resources or speed up, I mean at 2.2 with Ninja, right, this account we went and bought, I think with a $500 budget, bought a bunch of 3 days. I think it was, and resources and forts, and we I think lost 15 mil troops. And still have speed ups left. And resources that I actually have to collect at some point, but very I recommend, I think right now, because the resources and the gems are so cheap, I'd recommend you technically using a resource dealer, because the pack right now is not worth it, because every time IGG makes this pack better, the resources drop it, because this pack gives you gems and this pack gives you the training boost, right? As a rally, none of this stuff is useful. The only useful is this and the bag filler. That's it. So you can buy resources for a lot cheaper, right? Now you can get full banks for $12. And speed ups, I think 100k for $8. And yeah, you only buy what you need. Or what some people like to do is they'll sear themselves. So you'll get to the lowest might possible, right? So let's say you get rid of all your troops. So we'll be 1.6. Once you're 1.6, you buy gems at 1.6. Let's say gems at 1.6 are $6 versus 2.2 at $8. Then you drop, let's say, $1,000 worth of speeds. You boost and train, and then you pretty much, that's how you do it. That's how these accounts did it. Like I remember when even JVHD was boosting, the gem market was crazy. The amount of people that like it drained it where you couldn't buy gems because they were buying out all the gems, but they zeroed themselves and then they boosted up this high. Mind you, these accounts have 100 mil gems from buying that many packs, but it's where you getting full banks. If you have Chinese sources or allegiances, you can get it for cheap. If you have a resource dealer that follows you around, they can usually give you a better deal. If you go to Baron banks, you know, it'll also be cheaper. I remember when banks used to be $120. So let that sink in, right? So the game itself has gotten cheaper. But now what IGG was smart about is they added this. This is now their new pay cut out of the resource dealers. So this is IGG's pay cut to the resource dealer. And these resources that you get are from resource dealers, right? You'll see them everywhere. Let's see. I don't know. It's probably a bot guild. Yeah. Right. None of these are actual accounts. A lot of the times when you see them names at the end or numbers. Maybe this one has a bunch of random people. Yeah, so resource bots have made your life easier and cheaper. Where you can zero someone without, spending $100 to zero them. So it's that's why my opinion of paying for fillers is sort of broken, right? Because if elites invest all this into their account, mind you, they are the ones in Baron and Empress ones that get the rewards, but those rewards only make your group stronger, so you can have better kills and more kills. And then the other thing you got to remember is that we need to pay for carpets, right? You're not necessarily, I guess, paying for these as a filler. You're just joining and walking away. That's when I was NPS. Yeah, I remember that Baron. I think we won that one. And then there was a huge fight because of the solo bots and ream bots. I don't even try to hit people with the bots get so they can auto shield protect farming bots. It's I mean, if you find a resource bot that drops shield, then you got free resources. It's one way to think about it. But Baskin's sold long ago. Anyways, I think we streamed for a while, so I'll upgraded. We'll switch back. Yeah, there we go. So now we're at 435, looking like an average lead. Not stronger than the RPF fan, but one day, stepping stone goals will get there. If you get into like the line communities and stuff, you'll always find never show me a solo Baron calm. It's depending on what you want. You can get 3 marches, you can get 4 marches, you can get 1 march, you can get 2 marches. Back in the day, you used to have calf, range, inf as your 3 blasts. So it's you're picking. AM, what AM did is he went 2-8, 208, and 802. So he kept the 3, so he technically has 3 marches. Instead of speeding the same one back and forth. But now a lot of times people will speed that single march back and forth because you can have your leader. Back in the day, it used to be leaderless fights for hours, and it was only T4, so it was just throw T4 at it. I mean, people would boost 3-4 bill for solo barons. Now people only boost like 2.5 or 30 bill, whichever one you go. But anyways, I think that's it for today. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and as always, have a good day, and thanks for coming. Alright, hope you guys enjoy your rest of your day, night, morning, whichever it is, and take care. Bye.